Hey guys, so I wanted to show you a little behind the scenes preview of Review Trust and how it works. So I'm logged into the dashboard right now and I'm on the home page. And the first thing that really sort of blew me away was the fact that there are a hell of a lot of videos here. They leave nothing to chance. They explain every little thing and how Review Trust works and how you can integrate it. This first video right here really explains just sort of a walkthrough from integrating with a with a with a payment gateway and um, how Review Trust will integrate with that and get reviews on autopilot for you. And as you scroll down, they've also got another one that actually explains each tab in your campaign settings in depth, so you have a better idea of exactly how the system works. So if you don't really understand why third-party reviews are so critical, I highly recommend you check out our blog post over here. I'll send you a link, and it's really well worth understanding why reviews are so critical and why they could mean the difference between you making a sale and not making a sale. So I'll just let you read that. I'm not going to cover that right now in this video. And the other thing that I wanted to point out is the value that Review Trust is actually offering during their launch period. Here on TrustPilot, which is a well-known review system, which is basically sort of a similar system to Review Trust. And what you'll notice right away is they do have a free platform offer, a free offer over here. But what you'll find is it's limited to only one domain. And the other thing that stood out is you're only allowed to get 100 reviews a month at most. Okay, so it's a very, very limited offer. Obviously, they're trying to get you to upgrade at least to the Lite. Now, $299 a month is a lot of money for a review system. And even then, you're only really able to get 300 reviews a month. And you're still limited to one domain. So when you compare that to Review Trust's offer, it's a hell of a deal. You can pay once off for one domain and get unlimited reviews for that domain, or you can get unlimited reviews for, I think it's something like $39 a month in their opening offer, which really, when you compare that to a system such as TrustPilot, it's a hell of a discount. So I really recommend that you take this seriously, because once the offer's closed, I don't know what their pricing is going to be thereafter. So anyway, let's get back to Review Trust, and I can explain a little bit more about how it actually all sort of comes together. But so I wanted to show you that they do have all these videos, and they also talk you through very specific integrations such as ClickBank, JVZoo. And the other thing I should tell you is they have a lot of integrations. I mean, PayPal, Stripe, JVZoo, ClickBank, Shopify, Zaxa, WooCommerce, ThriveCart, UltraCart, Volusion, Premium Web, BigCommerce, Deal Guardian, EKM PowerUp, Gumroad, Infusionsoft, Limelight. I believe they're going to continue adding more integrations. But that's quite a few of the most popular e-commerce platforms as well as CRM platforms already. So I'm sure that you're going to be able to find something that works for you here. And even if you don't, they also have a manual way of actually creating reviews as well, which you could just submit to your clients. And I'll show you how that works in a second. So I've actually set up a campaign already under Review Campaigns. So I'm just going to show you this one here. So I called it Magiweb Review Trust. And this is obviously just an overview. I can pause it, obviously delete it. I can even clone this, which is quite cool. So I don't have to go through all of my settings again and getting all the branding colors right and that kind of thing. And then of course I can archive this so that it basically just stops functioning in terms of adding reviews and so on. So if I click on the view details here, which is pretty similar to the ad for a campaign, it says there are no reviews. Don't freak out. It just means that I don't have any new reviews to moderate. And then basically what they want you to do here is this is where you can import any orders. So let's say you don't have an integration, a direct integration with JVZoo or PayPal or Stripe set up. You're using some other kind of third-party payment platform. Then what you can do is just go into that platform, export those orders on a daily basis and import them directly here in a CSV format with first name, last name, email, and order date. And they explain to you, what the format should be and so on. And then it will basically just add those orders into here. So then here's just some basic settings, give it a name. Okay, so this is that direct review URL I was telling you about. So you can actually just grab this and send it to whoever you want to send it to. And when they click that link, they will actually get a page where they can actually review the product which you mentioned. So you can put a little description in there, which will show up on this page, and you can then they can then submit a review for you manually using this link over here. So you don't have to go through their automation system at all. You could just use the import and also their settings. And another thing I should mention is they do have an API. So if you do want to hire a developer to actually integrate something custom for you, that is actually a possibility as well. Okay, so if I scroll down here, you can choose different testimonial types. You can actually ask for an audio testimonial, a video testimonial, and these are really neat. And you really should just, experiment with these. But for just showing you around here, I just wanted to show you some basic idea of what you're able to do with Review Trust. And then, of course, you can actually, ask for a picture or no pictures or even 2 pictures. And then you can just give the product a name over here, upload your product's logo or image, could be an ebook image or something like that. And then you can incentivize the review as well. This is pretty cool. I mean, what you can do here is just basically reward your customers for leaving a review with you. And when you do that, you're able to upload a file here for them, which after they've submitted the review, Review Trust will actually serve that file to them, and they're able to download that gift. And then you've got your email type, so plain and HTML. Now, what we're talking about here is Review Trust will actually send out, as these orders come in, as you import them, or as they're automatically integrated with JVZoo or one of those services, you can tell Review Trust how to behave. So after the order, you can tell it to send the email after 14 days, or 30 days, or just 1 day directly after the sale, or whenever you want Review Trust to basically prompt them for an order. And you can follow up another 2 times, and this is all through Review Trust. You don't have to touch anything. And when you edit these emails here, they actually give you a template to work from as well, which is really cool. Because I've enabled gifts, you can see the little placeholders for gift names and so on. So you have full control of exactly how this is going to look. And of course, you can also test the email and see what it's going to look like. Great. So that's basically back behind the scenes. And then on the front end, this is where it gets a little more fun. So there's 2 different types of widgets that you can actually create from within Review Trust, and that is a display widget and a request widget. So the display widget will actually show your ratings in different formats and different locations on your web page, or wherever you want to display this. You could display this on even directly inside your checkout page. I mean, assuming that the checkout page lets you embed something in there, you could drop one of these in there. And I'll show you some of the other options as well. And then, of course, you've also got the request one, which is also pretty cool, because if you had a page somewhere, let's say on your thank you page, you might want to put a little review box on there and ask your customers for a review on there. You can do that as well. It will just create a little review box, and they'll be able to fill that in directly. So let me just show you what the options are. At the moment, I'm showing you the e-commerce with form option here up top. Of course, they come pre-designed with certain colors and brands and so on. And what's really neat is as you switch between them. So let me just choose bottom large, for example. It's going to get rid of that one. And now you'll see it actually loads a preview for you. So you're able to see what that would look like when you actually embed it. So there's also a few corner ones. So corner top right. I like this one quite a bit as well. Shows up on the top right-hand corner over here. There we go. So really, really neat. There's quite a few here. Let me just show you side right. Show up over here on the right-hand side. There you go, and it just anchors off to the page. And as I scroll around on the page, it doesn't really directly, get involved in the page design itself. So it's sort of, not invasive, but it's there. Okay, so there's a couple more. Let's show you the Facebook one. This one's pretty cool, a little sneaky maybe, but really cool. I mean, it looks like a Facebook review, right? So it looks like you got a comment from inside of Facebook. So a little sneaky, but these kinds of things, they do work. It's not, a fake review. This is a review that somebody actually wrote for your product. So it's just designed to look like a brand, which of course people are very used to seeing. There's a few others here. I can show you these as well real quick. This is just a Review Trust one. And then we've got a blog. So this one is sort of simple, and you can paste this anywhere you want. What's nice about this, don't let the simplicity fool you. The point is that you can scroll down and you can start messing around with these colors, and I'm going to show you that in a second. So here we've got a simple counter. This is the last one. And it really is exactly what it is. It's a simple counter, right? So it's just going to show you some stars and, how many reviews that average star aggregate is actually based on. I'm going to switch back up to the e-commerce with form. This was quite cool because it's actually got a nice little hybrid going. Not only does it show you the overall rating, and it shows you some of the other ones here. It's very sort of Facebook-ish. My apologies. It's very Amazon-ish. And it also has a link where if the user clicks on it, they can actually leave a review as well. So I thought that was quite cool here. And then of course you've got the summary here, and below it you obviously only see the one review which I created, but it will actually display 5, 10, however many reviews you want, and then it will have a paging option here as well, so you can actually page through without ever leaving your page. Your users can page through and actually read each of the reviews. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then the next thing that's really awesome is the ability for you to be able to change all of the colors here. So you can make this match up with your brand perfectly. So I'm not going to really just mess around too much with this, but I am going to just show you what the colors do, just so you have some idea of what it's capable of. Obviously, I'm not expecting this to look very good at all, but you can sort of get some idea here. So I've changed the background color to this red over here. That header line is these little lines here, by the way. And I can change the body text color. So let's switch that over to white. There we go. So there's your white color there. And then of course your overall theme colors, theme color 1, and let's try and sort of stay half reasonable here. And 3, so let's do something like that. Boy, this is going to look real pretty. There you go. Awesome. Okay, so we got some shocking pink and some red and some blue, and this matches my brand perfectly, right? So what you can then do is also just change a little bit of wording here. So instead of verified purchase, I might want to say verified buyer. And here you can see the number of reviews I was telling you about. So you can show however many reviews you want. And then that paging will kick in thereafter. So if you've got 50 reviews, you'll have 5 pages of 10 in this case, and so on. And another nice little touch is you can actually just have the widget display after a certain amount of time after your page loads. So you might not want to show this straight away. You might want to show it 30 seconds later or a minute later, depending on how your sales page is structured or your funnel and so on. Then you can, of course, remove the date here. So, if you haven't had a review in a while, you obviously don't necessarily want to show that. So this was done on the 2nd of June, so that's quite okay. But I might want to turn that off, so I can do that. So when I click that off, you'll see that now my review does not have the date showing anymore. So all that I've done here is basically modified this code over here. So as you make changes here, it's updating this generated code. And then when you click that generated code, you can then copy that. So as you click it, you see it's selected, and you can right click and copy, and you can paste that anywhere you want. And let me just show you how that's done. I'll show you how that's done with a smaller widget, but I do want to show you what we have embedded. You probably had already noticed directly on the review page. So on the top right hand side, there's a Review Trust side logo. There's a Review Trust side top corner widget. At the bottom here, I've actually added one of those review widgets. Okay, so this one is a how are we doing, and when you click this, it actually takes you to a page where you can write a review. It's saying thanks to me because I've already used this page. So your customers can't go in and write 6 or 7 reviews. They can write 1 review, and that's the right thing here. So, but usually you would see a form that they could fill in, and then once they submit that form, if they keep coming back to this page, they'll see this instead. And if you scroll down, I actually added that widget that we were playing with right now directly into the page as well. And you can see it flows really, really well. And if this page wasn't sort of, around the blues, wasn't branded around blues and so on, let's say I wanted it to be more around the Magiweb branding colors, the reds and the oranges, you'd saw how easily I could actually change that up. Okay, so, but let's just go ahead and let me just show you how easy it is to actually insert one of these. So I'm going to just grab the simple counter. Hopefully it's not going to take those ugly colors. Nope, great. All right, so I'm going to grab that and I'm going to copy. And I'm just going to quickly go into one of these checkout forms that I've been playing with. And I'm going to hit save. I'm just embedding it into a footer. So this custom HTML, you can basically put this anywhere. So let's say, for example, you have a WordPress blog that you want to insert this into, a WordPress page, or any page builder really. They will allow you to edit the source and basically add this kind of stuff into your pages. So I'm going to click save over here. So this is for the footer. So it's going to show up here on the bottom right hand corner. So I've loaded the page up. If you scroll down to the bottom, at the moment it's not showing. Just going to refresh the page now. Okay, give it a second, and there it shows. Based on 1 review, there it is. I actually added another one earlier. This is that Facebook one I was telling you about. I mean, obviously it doesn't look very good in a sidebar, but I did do this just to test and see whether or not they did make sure that these widgets were responsive. So in other words, they will still look good in a mobile app, or in a mobile browser for that matter, or a tablet and so on. And the answer is yes, they will. So that was great. I mean, usually a lot of the time when you get these embed codes, they tend to sort of go off the screen or things like that. And as you can see, they've done a good job of these designs. So it looks good wherever you embed it. All right, so I think that's all I really need to cover here. I have shown you the request reviews. It works exactly the same way. So I won't go through that right now, but if you go into the request reviews page, let's just see. So let's have a look. Request. Okay, so again, e-commerce with form. This is a hybrid form. Don't get confused. It looks as though, in fact, it confused me for a moment because this is actually displaying reviews, but it's also a request page because of that link over there, as we discussed earlier. But you can also put request bars in on the corner, bottom left here. It's just for fun over here, and it's basically the same thing as click here to leave a review. And it's basically the same thing as I've shown you on here, except I chose the bottom sidebar for that. Okay, so that's Review Trust in a nutshell. It's really, really simple to use, and that's what I like about it. It's literally create a campaign, link it up, follow the videos to link that up, or you can do it manually, or you can get a developer to integrate it for you. The pricing is excellent when you compare it to other offers for similar products. And ease of use is fantastic. It's copy paste, and the rest of the system runs itself. So I really, really highly recommend this product.